Hello dear students, welcome to ECE Academy Benefactor. In this class we will be seeing trigonometry applications, few problems, 3 problems we will be solving, and this topic is for class 10th students, which is very easily explained to you. Okay, let us start the class. The first problem is Rajendra observes a person standing on the ground. Rajendra observes a person standing on the ground from a helicopter. Okay, so let us say this O is the observer, Rajendra. This Rajendra is observing a person standing on the ground. From where he is observing? From the helicopter. A person, Rajendra is observing a person standing on the ground from the helicopter at an angle of depression 45 degree. Rajendra is observing a person on the ground from the helicopter at an angle of depression of 45 degrees. If the helicopter flies at a height of 500 meters from the ground, if this helicopter where the Rajendra is sitting is above 500 meters above the ground, what is the distance of the person and the Rajendra? Is the question clear? What you need to find? We need to find the x. So, Rajendra is an observer sitting in an helicopter. He is observing a person standing on the ground at an angle of depression of 45 degree, and the helicopter is at a height of 500 meters above the ground. So, we can easily solve it. So, let us start the solution. First, we need to draw a diagram for the given question. Okay. So, Rajendra is observer A, person on the ground is B, and the height is A. So, we have drawn a right angle triangle OAB. Okay. So, the height of the helicopter is 500 meter and the Rajendra is observing the person, and we need to find what is this distance. So, let it be x, and the angle of depression is 45 degree. So, here which trigonometric ratio we need to take for finding the x here. So, what is given here? If you see sin theta, what is sin theta? Opposite side by hypotenuse. This is opposite side of this angle, opposite side by hypotenuse. So, we can calculate what is x. So, in this solution we have taken sin theta. What is given? OA is given as 500 meter, and let OB be x. So, sin 45 is what? Opposite side is OA by OB, opposite side by hypotenuse, OA by OB. OA is how much? 500. Sin 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So, on cross multiplying we can find x is equal to 500 root 2. So, what is x here? The distance between the Rajendra and the person on the ground. So, in this way, by applying the trigonometric ratio sin theta opposite side by hypotenuse, we can find the distance. The distance of the person from Rajendra is 500 root 2 meters. Now, let us see the next question. A tower stands vertically on the ground. A tower is standing vertically. A tower is standing vertically on the ground from a point which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. So, there is a point which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. This is the tower, OA is the tower, and this is a foot, A is the foot of the tower. From the foot of the tower, a point is there which is 15 meter. Okay. And that is making an angle of elevation of 45 degree to the top of the tower. At this point, 15 meters away from the foot of the tower, it is making an angle of 45 degree to the top of the tower. So, we need to find what is the height of the tower here. Okay, is the question clear? A tower stands vertically on the ground from a point which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. It's the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degree. What is the height of the tower? So, let us see the solution. For simplifying, first we need to draw the diagram for this given question. So, we have drawn the tower OA, okay, and from this foot of the tower we will take 15 meters to this point, and from this point of 15 meters away it is having an angle of elevation of 45 degree. We need to find what is the height of the tower. So, we have assumed that the height of the tower is h meters. Okay. So, while simplifying these problems, first we need to draw the understand the problem, draw its relevant diagram, correct diagram, and based on that we need to write the steps what are given in the question. So, what is given here? 15 meters. What is 15 meters? Distance of the point of observation from the foot of the tower is how much? AB. What is AB? AB is equal to 15 meters. Let the height of the tower be h meters, okay, and the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 45 degree. Now, what we need to find here? H. What is h here? Opposite side of this angle. So, when we need to find the opposite side, adjacent side is given to you. So, which ratio we need to apply? Opposite by adjacent is what? Opposite by adjacent is tan theta. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So, what is the theta value here? 45 degree. Tan 45 is equal to OA. Opposite side is what? OA. Adjacent side is AB. So, OA by AB. AB is how much? 15. What is OA? OA is h. Tan 45 is how much? Tan 45 is 1. Okay, so substitute tan 45 as 1, h by 15. So, on cross multiplying we will get h as 15 with. So, what is the solution? The height of the tower is 15 meter. So, what is this height of the tower? It is 15 meters. Let us see the third problem. A contractor wants to set up a slide for the children to play in the park. He wants to set it at a height of 2 meter and by making an angle of 30 degree with the ground. What should be the length of the slide? Okay, so let us now draw the diagram for this given problem. The solution starts. So, a contractor is planning to set up a slide so that the children can play in the park. So, what he has decided? He decided the height of the slide is from the ground, it should be 2 meter. The height of sliding, no, children will sit and slide. So, the height of the slide with respect to ground is how much? 2 meters. And to make this slide, he decided to take an angle of 30 degree with respect to ground. So, what we need to find now? What should be the length of this slide if it is making an angle of 30 degree with respect to ground? So, this is how the diagram is. OAB, right angle triangle we have drawn. OA is what? Height of the slide above the ground, and OB is the length of the slide. 30 degree is angle made by the slide with respect to the ground. Okay, so first you draw the diagram, then write the diagram in steps. The first point, height of the slide, how much? 2 meters. Let the length of the slide be x meter. Angle made by the slide with ground is 30 degree. What we need to find here? This x we need to find, that is hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. So, when we need to find the hypotenuse, what is given? Opposite side is given. So, which trigonometric ratio we need to take here? That is sin theta. So, what is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So, sin theta is how much here? Sin 30 degree. Opposite side is what? OA. Sin 30 is equal to OA by hypotenuse is OB. What is sin 30? Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So, which is written sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2, OA is equal to 2 and OB is equal to x. On cross multiplying we will get x is equal to 4. What is x here? The length of the slide. So, we got the length of the slide as 4 meter. So, when I hope you have understood all the 3 problems. So, first understand the problem, draw its diagram and write them in steps and then decide which trigonometric ratio, whether you need to take tan, sin or cos. Okay, when you after deciding the trigonometric ratio, write its formula, substitute the value and simplify, you will get the answer. I hope you have understood the class. If you have any queries, you can post in the comment section. Thank you. Good luck, students.